I have something called Crohn's disease. It's a lifelong disease, which means there is no cure, no way to get rid of it, no such thing as remission. Crohn's disease is where your own immune system attacks itself. Your immune system attacks your own body like it's an alien. It's like if you had an organ transplant and your body starts to reject it because it isn't part of you. There are many treatments for it. I've been on 2 different types. The first I had was called infliximab. It was a 3-hour drip that went into my arm. It was a day out every 8 weeks for me and my mum. But after about a year, my body rejected the drug and I had to wait for it to be all out of my system before I could start a new one. I took a pill every day that was supposed to stop my body from rejecting it, but I guess it didn't work. When I started the new one called adalimumab, they upped my dose of azathioprine so my body wouldn't reject the new treatment. The treatments don't stop Crohn's, they just reduce the symptoms and flare-ups. I still experience chronic pain, it's fucking awful, and it's a constant reminder of what's wrong with me, a constant kick in the teeth. The pain is everywhere, in my muscles and my joints. It affects everything in my life. I was 12 when it first started. I was in year 8 and I weighed 50 kilos. When I finally told someone, I was 16, I was in 6th form and I weighed just under 40 kilos. I was so fucking ill. I knew that there was something wrong with me, but I didn't tell anyone. It was a 4-year secret. It was such a crazy, weird feeling, knowing that I was going to die. With the amount of pain I was in constantly and how much I had been through, I had accepted the idea of death. It welcomed me like a warm hug. The only reason I told someone was because I had an appointment with a specialist. At that time, no one knew what was wrong with me. They all thought I was anorexic or bulimic, but I knew I wasn't. When I finally managed to tell the specialist, I felt so relieved. It was a massive weight that had been ripped off my shoulders, a weight that had been building up over 4 years. 2 weeks after that, I had my first surgery. It was so they could find out exactly what was wrong. After that, I had 3 more surgeries in the space of 3 months. They were so fucking painful. Then I had 4 more surgeries. They were more spread out. My most recent one was the day after my 19th birthday, the 7th of June 2021. That was little under 3 months ago now. It scared me. I thought I was fine. I thought my body was doing well, but apparently not. I waited 10 hours in hospital to have that surgery. It was way worse than I thought it was going to be. In actual fact, I didn't expect to have surgery at all. But that's the thing about Crohn's, it's so unpredictable. During those 4 years of being ill, and no one but me knowing, I had built up some major anxiety. I had to try and hide what was wrong with me every day. I had to try and hide it at school. I tried my hardest to make myself invisible. It worked. The hardest part was trying to hide it at home, in front of my family, in front of the people I loved most. I wore the baggiest clothes and a massive jacket all the time. I spent as little time out of my room as I could, so I built up quite a few coping mechanisms. OCD is one of them. So is art and music. Art is a massive thing for me. I have so much love for it. It has always made me happy. It kept me constantly distracted. It was also a reason to be in my room all the time, and I would always have music on in the background. I have music on in the background of my life, so the thoughts don't have a chance to creep on in. The OCD came on because I couldn't control what was going on with me and my body, so I tried to control everything that was going on around me. I had a routine I stuck to every day, and if something happened outside of that routine, I would break down. I was very easily agitated. Someone breathing in a weird way would set me off. I was a massive asshole for those 4 years, such a fucking prick to everyone. I think that's partially why I didn't want to die yet. I had a lot of redeeming to do. I didn't want to be remembered as the asshole I was when I was alive. I wouldn't change anything that's happened to me. If I had a time machine, I could go back to stop all the bad things from happening to me. I wouldn't, because if I did, then I wouldn't be the person I am now. I wouldn't appreciate everything in my life as much as I do. I think everyone needs a near-death experience to make them savor life as much as possible. Maybe not something as dramatic as that, but something for them to truly understand that life is a gift. When you've gone through something like that, you learn that you can get through anything. The human body is an amazing thing, and the mind is so fucking powerful. The number of times I almost died, and my body didn't give up on me and kept fighting. It baffles me. It baffled the doctors. And after being dragged through all that shit, I still managed to keep my mind sort of intact. Kintsugi, the art of broken glass, and it being more beautiful having been broken. That's my mind and my body. Not more beautiful, but certainly stronger. Broken, but repaired. Anytime something bad pops up in my life now and it brings me down, I just remember that it will never be as bad as it was because I have help now. I'm not alone in it anymore. Each day, I try and be the person I wish I had when I was younger. The person I needed when I was going through the worst 4 years of my life. The person who people can lean on. the person anyone feels like they can talk to, the person who helps anyone they can. Everybody's everything. I don't want sympathy. I don't want you guys to go away from this feeling bad for me. I don't want to be called brave. I have to go through all of this to live. I don't have the choice. Being brave is going to fight the dragon when you could just let it sleep. Dealing with Crohn's isn't brave. I'm resilient. I'm a fighter. I get through all the shit that life throws at me because I have to.